Jen here. Happy first day of spring to all of you. I have a layout for you for the Mercy Tiara's 27-day challenge inspiration spring YouTube hop. So if you haven't checked out Mercy Tiara's 27-day challenge Facebook page, you want to do that. The link is down below. There are tons of challenges going on every month. And lots of inspiration and lots of motivation for you to get scrapping. And I think it's definitely something that if you are stuck inside right now and feeling a little bit down, you might want to go and check it out and see if you can maybe find some encouragement and some support and get motivated to create while we're all kind of stuck at home looking for things to do. So there's lots and lots of challenges happening right now, and this is a hop that's been put together to give you guys some inspiration for those challenges. So there's a whole bunch of scrapbookers. We've all picked different challenges. Some are mood board challenges, there are sketch challenges, there are challenges that have to do with journaling, there are challenges that have to do with using certain products. All kinds of challenges available. And so if you follow along in the hop today, you'll see a bunch of the challenges featured and some inspiration for you for working through some of those challenges. So what I picked for this hop is a recipe challenge. This is a recipe where all of the elements start with the letter S. So S is for stamping, stenciling, or stitching, which you just saw me do. I used a stencil in my background. S is for the color silver, which you also saw me do there. I used some silver acrylic paint to put through that stencil. S is for sequins. S is for 7 pattern papers, which you can see me working on right now, building up some layers behind my picture. And the last S is for stars, which I will get to a little bit later when I'm embellishing this layout. So I'm using the Fur Babies collection from Wild Whisper. My How to Kill a Kit with Style kit this month is made up of all of my Wild Whisper scraps and bits and pieces that I have left over from previous collections, and I'm hoping to make a good dent in them so that I can make some room for their new collections coming out in April. So I really wanted to pull this particular collection out because I just have this really sweet picture of Salem, who is no longer with us, and we miss him so much. And I haven't quite been ready to scrapbook a lot about him, but when I saw this picture, I just felt like I wanted to go ahead and do it. But also, this collection, I still had a lot of the papers, so I knew I could get 7 patterns out of this paper. So we have the background paper, which is 1. Then there are 3 pattern papers behind Salem, behind the picture. Then the Love is a 4-legged word card actually comes from the cut apart sheet pattern paper, so that's another one. And then I backed that as well with a pattern, so there is 6. And my last pattern paper, I actually fussy cut it to get a couple of embellishments, and it's these cute little balls of yarn, which I think are so adorable. And I think that that's a great way if you're trying to get lots of patterns, or if you're stuck and you have certain pieces of paper that you're not sure how to use them up. Fussy cut them. I do this all the time. I love creating embellishments that work really well with a specific collection because they literally come from the papers in that collection. So I love these balls of yarn. I think it turned out super cute, and they're very easy to cut out. So I figured, why not? So there are my 7 pattern papers. And then I used some silver acrylic paint behind and smushed it through a stencil on the background. So that is my stencil, my silver, my 7 pattern papers, and then you saw me add some wood veneer stars. I got that little pack of stars from Dollarama, I think. It was only $1 and there were 20 stars, and the stars have a printed pattern on one side and they're just the plain wood on the other side. So I thought they would be really fun and useful. You saw me there on my little post-it note, checking off to make sure I'm keeping track of all of the components I need to use. So I just happened to find 3 of the stars in that pack that had similar colors to this collection. So I stuck those on there. Then I added some sequins. So I have black sequins and silver sequins. I think I get double points for that, maybe. And so those are all of my components, and now I'm just adding a few extra little details. So I really liked the way that the black sequins kind of brought a dark pop of color to the layout. And so I thought I would pull out my Tinsel Heidi Swap Color Shine Mist and splatter that around a little bit. Splatters, there's another S. It didn't end up being quite as dark as I thought it would be. It's funny that sometimes it looks really dark and sometimes it looks really silver. And today, when it dried on this layout, it just happened to look really silver. But I thought that's okay. Silver was one of the elements I needed to use anyways. So I just kind of went with it. And I just like that it kind of adds a little bit of extra shimmer and detail in that background. And the stencil that I used is also from Dollarama, I think. I actually filmed a huge Dollar Tree and Dollarama haul, and then I've kind of put off posting it because just things, aren't going super great right now, and I didn't know if posting a haul and encouraging people to go out and shop was maybe the best thing to do. So it is uploaded and ready to go, but I might hold off on posting it or just not post it at all and post something else at a later date. But I got these 4 packs of stencils. They're very cheap, they're very flimsy, but I just kind of like that they gave me some options for other patterns that I don't really have in my collection, and I'm not going to use them often enough that I think that they'll last. I can maybe get 2 or 3 uses out of them, maybe a few more, but if that's all I get, then I'm totally fine with that. And I liked this one because it has all these different animal prints to it, including something that I think looks a little bit like cheetah print, and there's some tiger stripes and stuff. So I thought that worked out really good on a cat layout. It's subtle, and I know it's there, and maybe not everyone else would know that it's there. But I kind of like the tone on tone effect that the acrylic paint gave to it, and it was just kind of fun to play around and add that interest to the background. And then to finish it off, I also put some string on there, another S word. I just felt like those balls of yarn needed a little string to go with them, and I happen to have that string in the same kind of deep purple color that's in the collection. And then I added my title, which is Salem, and that's it for my layout. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. All the links to everybody who's hopping along today are down below, so go check them out and give them some love. And until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.